I think you said recently that you don't think we're in the middle of the fourth industrial revolution. I think you said something along the lines of we're in the first era of deindustrialization. I don't know if I got you right there.
Yeah,
What do you mean by
yeah.
that?
This is a conversation I was having with Craig Leclerc. So Craig Leclerc is the sort of leading light within Forrester, one of the analyst firms, on automation, and he wrote a very good book called Into the Night, which was about the advent of automation and what impact it would have on work. Extremely good. You can look it up on Amazon. He's actually in the process of putting together his second book, and he interviewed me for that, and we were talking about how, if you look back to when I started at UiPath, I did a little video which was all about, and if you can look it up online, where I was in a pumping station, actually in London, and there were big steam engines behind me. So I was talking about how the industrial revolutions, of which there were four really, had developed. So from an agrarian economy into, people moved from the fields into factories, and then from factories and the mines and the docks into offices. So that was the first industrial revolution to the second industrial revolution. Third industrial revolution was all about technology, and the advent of the electricity and industrial age. And then the fourth industrial revolution, which everyone's been talking about for the last decade, I suppose, is the move towards the intelligent industrial revolution, which is all about artificial intelligence and automation and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And I was talking to Craig, and I was saying we were talking about the fourth industrial revolution. I said, actually, if you think about the way that that history is written, you find these single points that, like a pinprick on a balloon, that in and of itself means absolutely nothing. But actually, that is the single point trigger that triggers off an entirely new way of thinking, either burst the balloon or whatever, mixing my metaphors horribly. So for the first industrial revolution, that was the invention of the spinning jenny, because that was the first time that a machine was created that did the work of multiple people, multiple men in this case, actually. And so that was the start of the first industrial revolution. Now, I think the pinprick for the fourth industrial revolution is going to have a reverse effect, and that is COVID. Because COVID isn't a disease, but a movement, I believe. I think it's actually going to trigger a move from the offices. So we move from the fields to the factories to the offices. And I think in a lot of cases, people are going to move back out of the offices. They're going to move back to a more balanced life. You look at the big banks, so you look at the big law firms, they have been through the hell of working 100-hour weeks plus. So they expect all the juniors to do that. But the juniors are now saying, hang on, I've been working from home. In fact, I might, as you said with Rob, I've never even met the people I'm working with. I joined a year ago and I've worked from home on my own. I'm very efficient at what I do. There is no reason that I'm going to get on a slam door train. Actually, there are no slam door trains anymore. Shows my age. You get on a train in the morning and go up to London at 6 o'clock in the morning and then not get back until dark o'clock at night. That I don't have to do that anymore.